There we go. Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion podcast. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties on a Monday. It happens. It happens. It's Monday. What are you going to do? Welcome to it. We're going to make the best out of this Monday. We're going to max out Monday, right? That's what we do here. Sharing smiles, sharing positivity, getting your week started. It is Monday, June 15th, 2026. How was your weekend, everybody? Did you have a good one? Did you get out and do something fun? Did you stay in, relax, enjoy? We did mostly kind of relaxing and enjoyed. We didn't get out and do a ton of stuff. We did do a few things. I went out and got my hair cut, which I'm very thrilled about, getting all cleaned up, getting ready for our cruise that's coming up here in just under 2 weeks now. Very, very excited to be on the Disney Destiny for the first time. We're thrilled for that. So that's good. But yeah, other than that, we watched some television, did some things around the house, didn't do a ton of things. But no matter what you had going on, if you got out and visited the parks, did something else fun, stayed in, watched some TV. Hopefully it was good. Hopefully it was rewarding. Now it's Monday and we'll make our way through the week together. So what are we talking about on this day, June 15th, 2026? Well, this is something we try and encourage every day on this show. It is National Smile Power Day. That's right, Smile Power. I try and smile as much as possible on any day, especially on this show. But definitely want to make sure and share your smiles. Make sure everybody knows because man, smiles are so great. Smiles are important. Give somebody a smile today and it just will brighten up their day for sure. It's not the cure all for everything, but it's pretty good. And it'll make you feel better too. Smiling makes you feel better. And this was always something that we were told in radio, and it's absolutely true. When somebody can't hear you necessarily, or excuse me, can't see you, but can hear you, you can hear a difference between if you're smiling when you're talking to them, or let me see. So if you're smiling when you're talking to them, or if you're smiling when you're talking to them. I know there's a little inflection difference there, but there really is something that comes across differently when you're smiling. And again, just the power of smiles is amazing. So yeah, this is a holiday I fully embrace. Smile, the power of smiles today. Get out and smile at somebody. Give somebody a good smile today, for sure. Maybe you smile while you're taking a photograph of nature today because it is National Nature Photography Day, and that's something I love. I love taking pictures of nature, whether it be things that are around our neighborhood. We have some great nature in our area. Whether it's actually out in the Disney parks, it seems weird to say at the Disney parks that nature is a big thing, but it is. The Disney incorporates it so well within their park structures and so forth that, yeah, it's important to celebrate that too. So we get lots of photos of nature within Disney parks as well. But whether you're getting out, it's just a day to encourage you to get out, find that beauty out there. And the more beauty, talk about adding smiles, man. You find something cute and adorable and wonderful and beautiful, it's going to bring you smiles. And especially when you can look back at that photo later and remember, wow, wasn't that great? Wasn't that amazing what we saw when we were out there? Go get out, explore, take some great nature pictures on this Nature Photography Day today. Absolutely, of course. Or, well, this is something that's good for nature. Some people will say it won't, but it actually is. That is the power of wind. The power of wind is something that we need to embrace and work to help us power ourselves much more frequently. Because the power of wind is great and it would help us cut our carbon footprints so distinctly. There are countries out there that are significantly powering their communities just based on the power of wind. It's absolutely free. I mean, yes, you have to pay for windmills and so forth, but when the wind comes, especially these areas where there's regularly wind, using that, embracing that, harnessing that to make more power, not have to use some natural resources that could drain our country and also, add to the carbon footprint. Huge fan, excuse me, of wind power. I'm a blowhard, right? So I'm full of wind. So I should be embrace the power of wind, right? I'm a fan. I think it's great. This goes back like, I mean, like Denmark. Think of all those windmills in Denmark, right? Yes, they seem ornate and more decorative than anything, but they actually powered their mills all the way back to the late 1800s, early 1900s using those windmills. It can be done, and we should do more of it, no matter what anybody else tells you. Power of wind on this day. Something else, yeah, you're not going to get a nature photograph photo of this. Thank goodness. I wouldn't want to see this thing around me. Nowhere near. Luckily, it hasn't been around for a couple million years now. But today is National Megalodon Day. Do you know what a megalodon is? It is basically a shark dinosaur, right? So these were sharks that existed about 2 to 3 million years ago. Actually, before that, but that's when they think they died off around. And these sharks, they were massive, just these huge, huge sharks that were they had mouths that were 8 to 11 feet wide. That's just their mouths, 8 to 11 feet wide. They weighed up to 60 tons. They were 50 to 60 feet long. And they know that these exist because there are actually fossils out there of these creatures that they existed, but they died off. They say somewhere between 3.6 and 2.5 million years ago, somewhere in that time. But yeah, jeez, I wouldn't want. I mean, a big shark run into a big shark is enough. You do not want to run into a megalodon, right? Yeah, but you can still find them. Sometimes you go to some of the aquariums around, and they'll have some of the fossils around there. Like a lot of times, you'll actually see like a fossil of their mouths with the teeth and everything, and you can stand in it. That's how big it is. It's incredible. Thank goodness these things don't, as far as we know, right? They don't exist anymore. But yeah, I think it's kind of interesting to study what used to be around. And thank goodness, man, the sea can be scary enough at times, right? I don't need to think that those are things are swimming around as well. What else are we talking about today? Well, a megalodon would probably have a big enough mouth to put down a Bob's Big Boy Burger, right? Today is Bob's Big Boy Burger Day or Big Boy Burger Day, celebrating one of the first double-decker burgers to ever exist, if not the first one. And it was very, very widely popular. I used to go to Big Boy restaurants and I would love ordering a Big Boy burger. This came out way before like the Big Mac or some of these other double-decker burgers that you think of nowadays. Bob's Big Boy restaurants, actually, they were more known, I think, as early on as Bob's Pantry, but they date all the way back to 1936. And as the story goes for the Big Boy Burger, in 1937, a kind of a big band group was visiting this Bob's Pantry, one of these restaurants. And they're like, let's do something crazy. Let's do something ridiculous. Let's create a burger that basically looks like it's going to lean over. It's so tall, it's going to lean over. Boom. The Big Boy Burger was developed, these giant, enormous, beautiful, tasty burgers. And then they just basically made Big Bob's Big Boy and the Big Boy restaurant chain huge. As a matter of fact, in the 70s, there were over 1,000 restaurants across the country and around the world at one point. And like I said, I used to go all the time when I was a kid. Loved them. But they've kind of dwindled away. Matter of fact, they've dwindled away a lot. They still are in existence in some parts of the country and in the world, but there's very few now. It's only out of that. There's only a few over 50 that now exist in the world. So yeah, if you have one in your neighborhood, maybe celebrate with a Bob's Big Boy Burger today, or make one for yourself. There are recipes out there where you can make your own Big Boy Burger and enjoy one at home. Sounds pretty good. I think I'd like one today. That sounds very yummy. A good way to get through a Monday, right? Absolutely. With a Big Boy Burger. Maybe you get a Big Boy Burger for your birthday today, if it is your birthday on this June 15th. A very happy birthday to you. Here are some of the phenomenal people you celebrate your birthday with. We'll start with an actress who is an Academy Award winner. She's a 4-time Emmy winner. She's a 4-time Golden Globe winner. Helen Hunt turned 63 today, born on this day in 1963. Of course, really kind of her career really picked up with Mad About You, the television show. She played Jamie Buckman in that. Really great show, really funny show. She was phenomenal in that. And then she won the Academy Award for appearing in As Good as It Gets. She was amazing in that. She's been in several other television shows, movies, including Twister, Castaway. She's had a phenomenal career. You don't see her as much anymore, but she's still out there and sometimes will make appearances. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to another great actress, Courtney Cox, turned 62 today, born on this day in 1964. Been in many, many movies, television shows, the television show Cougar Town, many other appearances. One of her first appearances was in the Dancing in the Dark video for Bruce Springsteen, where he called her up on stage and she dances around. It looks like she's supposed to be someone from the crowd. No, she was cast in that role, but amazing. But of course, you really know her as Monica Geller, right? From Friends. That's where she's known best and has had a huge career. Also, she played Gail Weathers in the Scream movies. She was great in those. She's been both Emmy and Golden Globe nominated. She's a producer and an actor. She's phenomenal. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to another very talented person, singer, rapper, songwriter, actor. Ice Cube turned 57 today, born on this day in 1969. Of course, one of the lead people behind NWA back in the 80s. Incredible run in the 80s and 90s with that band. And then he kind of flipped over to acting, Boys in the Hood. He was great. That was where he made his acting debut. He was phenomenal in that. Then like the Friday movies, the Barbershop movies, Ride Along. He was the producer and actor in Straight Outta Compton, the kind of the story of NWA. Great movie. He's phenomenal in that. He is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as part of NWA, inducted in 2016. He's amazing. Happy birthday to Ice Cube. Finally, last but definitely not least, happy birthday to the very, very talented Neil Patrick Harris. He turns 53 today, born on this day in 1973. Of course, his career goes back to Doogie Howser. Yes, playing kind of a child actor as a doctor. Yes, Doogie Howser at MD. He was great in that. Then, Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother. That's a series actually I've just recently been starting to rewatch because I love it and it's great. He's phenomenal in that. More recently, he's done a lot of hosting gigs, the Tonys, the Academy Awards, the Emmys. He's hosted all of those. He's won multiple awards. Yes, he's won a Tony Award, definitely and deservedly so. He's also won several Emmy Awards, mostly for hosting, but also acting. The acting award was for a role in Glee. Phenomenal. And just a side note, we actually sailed on a Disney cruise with him. As a matter of fact, we did the first ever Star Wars Day at Sea cruise, and we splurged a bit. We did it concierge, and in concierge, his husband, and their children were both sailing there as well. And they were really nice, phenomenal people, really wonderful to sail along with. Not going to say we talked with him a lot. We did talk to his husband a little bit more than him, but he was always great and very gracious and wonderful with his time. And yeah, amazing person, amazing talent. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to all of them. And again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Hope you celebrate. Hey, hi there, Laquan. Good morning. Hope you had an awesome weekend too. Hope you had an awesome and amazing weekend. We did. It was good. It was good. All right, bit of shameless self-promotion time. Yes, we did have a new episode drop just yesterday. Hopefully you've had a chance to download it and listen to it. It's a music episode, and it's a new music series of episodes. This is the start of it. We did an episode called Disney B-Sides. This is part one of that. We took 3 Disney musical movies and we picked out, okay, like this dates us a little bit, but when we were growing up, we used to get singles that would have a hit record on one side. They would release from the album a record that they thought was going to be the hit. And then on the B-side, there would be a complimentary song on the other side of that record. Well, we did that with these movies. We did High School Musical, we did Beauty and the Beast, and we did Disney's Hercules. And we picked out, Michelle and myself, what we thought was the big hit, which would be on the A side. But more interestingly, and what would be that complimentary song that was on that soundtrack that would make the B side? So we go through those movies and we talk about what songs we thought were there. So yeah, really fun. Hopefully you get your chance to download it, listen to it, let us know what yours favorites would be. And this will be a series we'll be continuing on with other movies as we move forward. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. This, by the way, will not be a video version. There will not be a video version of this episode, more than YouTube always releases our episodes kind of as video versions, but it's just a static picture. It's not really us. But music episodes are tough to do videos because we play music clips, and it's just tough to have a, somewhere between 40 and 70 seconds of just music playing and it's photo up there. So we don't really do that with the music episodes, but it is there for you to download and listen to at your convenience. And thank you to anybody whoever downloads and listens to any of our episodes. We appreciate you so much. All right, to get my Monday started, everybody, have an amazing day. You got this. We'll get through the day today with some smiles and some positivity, and then we'll make our way through the week. It'll be the weekend again before you know it. You got this. You got this, and we'll be here to support you along the way. And as we like to say every single day, please, please, please keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles, and definitely keep on sharing that positivity. I will be back with you tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m.-ish, to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.